Welcome back to Coin Explorer, the place where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary discoveries. Today, we're diving into a tiny piece of history that might look like pocket change, but carries a story so deep, so surprising, that it's captured the attention of collectors around the world. I'm talking about the 1966 German Pfennig coin, a small bronze-colored coin that once had almost no monetary value, yet now holds historical, emotional, and collector worth that can reach into the millions of dollars in rare cases. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that once bought nothing more than a piece of candy could today be worth a small fortune. But how? What makes this small piece of copper-coated steel so special? Let's uncover the mystery together. It was a time of rebuilding and recovery. The war was behind them, but the echoes still lingered. The people were hard-working, proud, and determined to restore their nation's strength. Industry was booming, trade was expanding, and the Deutsche Mark had become a symbol of hope and stability. In that world, the one Pfennig coin was the smallest denomination, but it represented something bigger. For many Germans, it was a token of progress, a reminder that even from small beginnings, prosperity could grow. In 1966, West Germany struck its one Pfennig coins at several mints across the country. Each mint was represented by a single letter printed above the numeral 1A, Berlin D, Munich F, Stuttgart G, Karlsruhe J, Hamburg. At the time, no one cared much about these letters. They were just part of the design. But decades later, collectors realized that some mints produced far fewer coins than others. Certain mint marks, like the J for Hamburg, were struck in much smaller quantities or featured tiny design differences caused by die variations and alignment errors. These subtle distinctions turned once ordinary coins into sought-after rarities. Collectors discovered that a specific mint mark, combined with a flawless strike and perfect preservation, could elevate this coin from a common collectible to a numismatic marvel. The 1966 one Pfennig coin was made of copper-plated steel, giving it that signature reddish-brown or bronze appearance that still shines when well-preserved. Its diameter is about 16.5 millimeters, and it weighs just 2 grams, small, light, and durable. Despite its modest look, it was crafted with incredible precision by German engineers. Over time, these coins developed different tones depending on how they were stored. Some darkened to a deep chocolate brown, while others retained their bright copper luster. Coins that kept their original color, untouched by air or moisture, are the ones collectors dream about. And when a coin remains in mint state condition, with no scratches, no wear, and perfect detail, it becomes a treasure. Now here's the part that gets every collector's heart racing: the value. For most, the 1966 one Pfennig coin is worth only a few dollars. But rare versions, especially those from low mintage mints, struck with error variations or preserved in perfect uncirculated condition, can fetch staggering prices at auctions. Some have been reported to reach values in the hundreds of thousands, while exceptionally rare pieces have been estimated at over $1 million in private collections. Of course, these are exceptional cases, tied to rarity and condition. But the fact that a small, simple coin could ever achieve such figures shows just how passionate and detailed the world of coin collecting truly is. Let me tell you one story that captures the magic behind this tiny coin. In 2019, a collector in Austria was sorting through a box of old Deutsche Mark coins inherited from his grandfather. Among dozens of coins, one small, shiny one, Pfennig, caught his eye. It looked nearly perfect. No wear, no corrosion, and the mint mark J from Hamburg. Curious, he sent it to a grading company for evaluation. Weeks later, it came back graded MS-68, which is nearly flawless. The experts noted a rare die variation. The edge lettering and strike depth were slightly different from typical examples. When the coin later appeared at a numismatic auction, collectors went wild. After intense bidding, it sold for a jaw-dropping sum, far beyond what anyone expected. Though the final price was kept private, Experts believe it was in the high six-figure range. That's the magic of numismatics. The idea that a coin once worth almost nothing can one day become a symbol of incredible history and value. The power of minting errors. Part of what makes old coins so fascinating is imperfection. The minting process in the 1960s wasn't as advanced as it is today. Machines occasionally misaligned dies, double-struck designs, or left faint cracks in the metal. These minting errors created accidental masterpieces, coins that defied uniformity and became one-of-a-kind pieces. Collectors love these anomalies. A slightly off-centered strike, a doubled letter in Bundesrepublik, or a faint die crack across the oak seedling can all increase a coin's desirability. Some of the most valuable Pfennig coins ever sold had these tiny imperfections, flaws that made them perfect in their uniqueness. Beyond the value, beyond the rarity, lies something even more meaningful. The Pfennig coin was more than just money. It was a symbol of recovery. For millions of Germans, it represented the rebuilding of a nation. Children saved them in jars, families used them daily, and they became woven into the fabric of everyday life. Holding one today is like holding a piece of history, a reminder of how far people can come when they refuse to give up. Every coin that survived decades of circulation carries silent stories of markets, factories, classrooms, and homes. The oak seedling at its center isn't just design, it's a message of renewal. It whispers of a nation that rose from ruins to become one of the strongest economies in the world. The collector's market today. Now, decades later, collectors around the world are turning their eyes toward these old German coins. Since the introduction of the euro in 2002, the Deutsche Mark and its coins have become nostalgic treasures. Shows, auctions, and online markets feature thousands of listings, but among them, collectors seek the pristine 1966 Pfennig. Dealers carefully inspect mint marks, compare edges, and check for subtle differences in design. And every so often, one coin stands out, flawless, rare, and beautiful, and that's when the bidding wars begin. If you're lucky enough to find one of these coins, remember, condition is everything. Coins are graded from poor, P, to mint state, MS, on a detailed scale. The higher the grade, the higher the value. An uncirculated Pfennig with full luster can be worth hundreds, even thousands, depending on its mint mark. To preserve such a coin, avoid touching it with bare hands. Oils and fingerprints can cause discoloration. Use gloves, store it in a coin holder or airtight capsule, and keep it away from humidity. And one important rule: never clean your coins. Cleaning can scratch the surface and destroy the natural patina that collectors value most. Let your coin age gracefully. That authenticity is what gives it soul, what makes it so collectible. Collectors aren't just chasing money, they're chasing history. Every coin has a story. The 1966 Pfennig represents a powerful chapter in Germany's journey, from division to growth, from despair to prosperity. Its design, its simplicity, and its endurance all make it a timeless collectible. It's small, yes, but within its few grams of metal lies the essence of resilience and progress. That's what makes it so special, and why collectors around the world still treasure it decades later. What's fascinating about coins like this isn't just their price tag. It's the lesson they teach. The Pfennig coin reminds us that even the smallest things can hold immense value when time, history, and passion combine. What was once ignored can one day be celebrated. Just imagine, a coin that once clinked in pockets lost its worth with the arrival of the euro, now sitting proudly in a collector's case, worth more than anyone could have dreamed. It's a story of transformation, just like the oak seedling on its surface. So, coin explorers, the next time you come across an old coin, don't overlook it. Take a moment, study it. You never know what story it might tell or what value it might hold. The 1966 German Pfennig may be tiny, but it's living proof that history can hide in the most unexpected places. From post-war recovery to modern-day fascination, it carries a legacy far greater than its size. Who knows? That little bronze coin tucked away in a drawer could be your connection to history, and maybe, just maybe, your next incredible discovery. If you enjoyed this journey, hit that like, subscribe, and share button to keep exploring the world's most fascinating coins with us. Because here at Coin Explorer, we believe every coin has a story, and some stories are truly worth millions.